Hey YouTube, this is Kyle from Mr. K's Math and Science channel. Today's video, I'm going to show you how to use PEMDAS in order to solve problems using the appropriate order of operations. When solving problems, you have to use the proper order of operations. An easy term to remember, order of operations, is PEMDAS. It stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. You might have heard people say, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." That's just another way to remember. So let's try an example. The directions say to perform the given operations. So we have the quantity 8 minus 2 times 3, quantity squared, minus 4. Using PEMDAS, that tells us that we need to start with parentheses. So if we start in the parentheses, we have 8 minus 2 times 3. Because we work left to right and follow PEMDAS, the next thing that's applicable would be the multiplication. So we take the term -2 and multiply by 3. Remember, the sign that's to the left of the term is always associated with that term, so the negative goes with the 2, just like the multiplication sign goes with the 3. You need to make sure you remember that. So perform that operation, -2 times 3, that's -6. So if you move to the next line, we get, in parentheses, 8 minus 6. So now we are still working within the parentheses, and the only operation that remains is the subtraction, 8 minus 6. 8 minus 6 is, of course, 2. Now that we've solved parentheses and all the operations within the parentheses, we move on with PEMDAS. The next thing that we need to focus on is exponents. Because we have a 2 raised to the power of 2, we do that operation next. 2 quantity squared is 4. The next operation, if we move down, is 4 minus 4. And yeah, I'm sorry, I picked a bad example. Manipulated numbers in the wrong way to give us a lame answer of just 0. But if you do your 4 minus 4, you get 0. And that's how you do this problem. That's solving this problem with the proper order of operations. So let's try another example. Same directions as the previous slide. So we have 56 divided by the quantity 2 times 7, which is in parentheses, plus 12 divided by 6. If we use PEMDAS, PEMDAS tells us to start with parentheses. So the stuff that's in parentheses is 2 times 7. Since that's the only function in there, we start with that multiplication. 2 times 7 then is 14. Moving to the next line, now we work left to right since there are no parentheses or exponents. Moving left to right, 56 divided by 14, I think that is 4. 56, yes, 56 divided by 14 is 4. So if you move down to the following line, we get 4 plus 12 divided by 6. And again, we work left to right, and we follow PEMDAS, so the next thing that comes to our, in order of operations, is division. So we go to 12 divided by 6. 12 divided by 6 is, of course, 2. And the only operation that remains is 4 plus 2, which, as you know, is 6. And we'll try one last example. Same directions, we're performing the given operations. We have 2 times the quantity, 6 raised to the power of 2, plus 9 divided by 3. Using PEMDAS, we have nothing in parentheses, so then we go to exponents. We have the quantity, 6 squared. So doing that operation, 6 squared is 36. Moving to the next line and moving left to right using PEMDAS, the first operation we come to is then multiplication. So 2 times 36 is then 72. Going to the next line, we must follow PEMDAS and we move from left to right. The division takes precedence, so we have 9 divided by 3, which is 3. Then we're left with a final operation of 72 plus 3. 72 plus 3 is, of course, 75. Remember, when solving these problems, use PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Multiplication and division can be used interchangeably from left to right, and so can addition and subtraction. but they must come in order from left to right. Parentheses, then exponents, then it could be multiplication or division, and then lastly addition, subtraction. If you have any questions or comments about this video or would like to suggest content for future videos, send me an email, stein51687@yahoo.com. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe.